Okay, we should be live now. And you might be wondering, right off the bat, why is he in the American skin? There's no special event happening. Is he just feeling extra patriotic? No, actually. I got the BGM, well, the beginnings of the BGM sorted out with a playlist of public domain music. Ooh. And I don't know if it's going to even be audible, but I just went in and downloaded a bunch of music. Ooh, a bunch of public domain music, but that's not why you're here. You're here for the beautiful new grade Gundam. Ooh, probably my favorite Gundam design in all of Gundam. Ooh. But we are here to build the real grade in celebration of Char's Counterattack being re-released this month for the anniversary. I just realized I have to take it off. Ooh. I haven't actually opened the bags yet. My bad. But I'm hoping I can... Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm hoping I can get to the movies to see the re-release in theaters. 1 minute. They do one little thing. Okay. Bit of a casual start. No music lead-in or preamble, because I just don't do good with those in general. I try to use them, but I always end up psyching myself out. Oh god, there's so much. Okay, let's see here. Let me get out my blade. I love the beam sabers, actually. Ooh. They went with a more... I think in the film they're like more of a softer pink, and I think that's what they did here. Ooh. Let me see if I have... I'll actually just get up and show you normal beam sabers, though I think it's kind of obvious already how different these ones, how much lighter these ones are. That's already a nice touch. We haven't even started. We're just getting everything out of the bags right now. Ooh. I'm not gonna do any prep on it because it's a real grade. Ooh. Hello, Lan. Actually, Lan, let me get YouTube chat to be in line with Twitch chat down here. I can better read you guys in sequence. Yeah. Oh my god. I was gonna say it's a new year, but technically it's not the anniversary yet. Though, considering how long it takes to make a real grade, I would not be surprised if we're building this for anniversary week. Which would be fitting, because we built the High Nu-Gundam, cursed be its name, the high grade High Nu-Gundam for my debut week. And it'd be kind of nice to go full circle there. Ah, Madama Butterfly. I'm just cutting out all the stuff out from the bag, though. God. I do like the real grade just close up on the close up headshot. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, hold up, I need to show you guys this. That is so good. Oh god. But not only do they have like a little beam dagger, but they have a somewhat like curved beam saber for like a striking blow. That is, that's nice. Oh god, I wish I could have my head on right now, but it's having to turn away so much it'd break the camera. But I am smiling a lot. Oh! The funnels! Those are going to be the cores for the funnels, almost certainly. there are a whole lot of sprues here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry that I'm turned away from the mic to count these. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's like at least 12 sprues here. Jesus Christ. It's a real grade. Ooh. Let me check something real quick. You did it? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just trust that the music's not too loud or anything. Normally I have it at 15, but it's at 20 right now. And let me get my head back. Head, thank you. Okay. Ooh. One second, my model's a little high up. Let me... Okay, there we go. I always forget that real grades, you always start with the legs. Well, actually, do you always start with the legs? You build it up? I can't remember, actually. I don't build a lot of real grades. Normally, with high grades, you do the head down. This guy, it looks like we're literally building him from the feet up, which is kind of cool. Not too many pages overall. Ooh. That's because the Nu-Gundam is not the most complex design, which is why I like it. A lot of designs, as they get iterated on, become more and more complex, while Gundam always kept that kind of same feel, that same level of complexity. I don't know why my inhaler was there. Wow. Okay. Let's start cutting off pieces though. B? Let me see what I'm looking at. Okay. He has a bit of a bigger head than I would expect, and he has, I mean, of course he has color separation in his head. It's a real grade. That's D. I need G. A. Okay, I was looking, okay. I thought if we don't do an opener, I might as well put Hail Columbia in the playlist. Ooh. So... No, this is F. Darn it! Damn. The funnest part of starting any new build, digging through all of the sprues to figure out which ones are which. We can prep this. Thing is it worth our time to prep it? That's the question. Like, I could prep, I'm probably gonna prep these right here, just because why not, but the under armor, like the stuff that's just gonna be covered up by armor, I don't see much point, but the joints, I think, I could panel line them later. I don't need to panel line them right now. Ooh, it is very gun, that is true. It is the new gun. Okay, so 27 and 20. Let's see here. 15 and 27. Ooh, it's not Gundam, because I'm taking a break from Gundam. Just because I've said why multiple times, so I'm not going to reiterate that. But while taking a break from Gundam, I have been blazing through this past week RE0. Really good series. Really, really good show. And I like how they, like, first and foremost, it's very character focused, like driven, whether it be driven or just, like, either the plot is, you know, happening because of the characters, or like it's just focusing on the character's development. It's very nice for that. But one thing I've really enjoyed about it is how the mechanic of respawning is used. It is very good. Is how like it's iterated on each time. It's not just like, oh, he can respawn. It like at first, like the first cycle in the first episode, it's like he can respawn, and that's what it's meant to establish. The second cycle, actually, let me see here. I have some notes on it. I don't know if I have a favorite character, but let me see if I can. I have notes on the cycles. So the first cycle was just like an intro to get you to understand how they work. G27. But I don't quite have a favorite character, even though I blazed through the first season and probably made the person who wanted to watch it with me very upset for that, because I invited them to watch along, but but they never responded, so I just ended up watching like almost the entire season without them. And I think it wasn't until like the last 2 days did we actually watch anything together. No, it's just last night. It wasn't even the last 2 days. But we just watched like the season finale together. Ooh. But the second cycle showed things can't be forced to success. Like he can't just brute force the solution. That they had it pretty much be a mystery, so he had to like solve like how to get through the second cycle. You know, because he keeps dying, so he has to figure out how not to die. And then it's like, well, okay, you might be able to stop yourself from dying, but, you know, other people might die in exchange for that. And it's like, oh. So then that, like, adds another layer. It's really nice. Like, it's building up very organically in that way. Let's see if there's anything else. Actually, I like also how each cycle gets more complex. But it doesn't like, well, I mean, it's only been 3 cycles so far, but it gets more complex, but it doesn't like really collapse in on itself. Because the third cycle shows it's not just a cheat code that like, oh hey, he resets and he can have all the time in the world to do things. Because sometimes the reset isn't the most opportune. Sometimes he doesn't have a lot of time for like to do anything in his reset. Ooh. So that's established like in the third reset. Is like sometimes he can still make mistakes before the save point, I guess you could say, because it's not, he doesn't decide where he goes back. It's just like an auto save, so he can still make mistakes and actually have himself in an inopportune position for that. But he also can't rush it, even if he has like less time than normal. Because I think the second reset he had like 4 or 5 days, while in the third reset he has only 3 days, and he's in a lot worse position. But he can't rush it. He still has to find a plan of attack and execute it and be patient with it, because it's just wasted effort if he tries to rush it. Like, it keeps teaching him lessons in that regard. It's really nice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, he's not a strong character, where a lot of other things would be like, oh hey, would either give him, like they'd make his gimmick be a power in a lot of cases. They'd be like, well, isn't his gimmick a power in the fact that he can respawn? Oh, that is lyrics. No. But in the fact that it's like, isn't it his gimmick, like isn't that a power, his respawn? No, it's a curse. They depict it very clearly as a curse. He has to die to reset. That doesn't just mean, oh hey, reload the save. That means, oh hey, he has to feel his throat getting slit. He has to feel his like neck being broken. He has to feel all that. It's excruciating and traumatizing every time. He has to see other people die often before he gets to die. It sucks. Like, it's not just, oh hey, I get to respawn. It's, oh hey, if he respawns, that's bad. Because that means he died, and that's not fun. Yeah, exactly. My power is dying. But he can't just brute force his way through a solution. He doesn't get to some magical solution stick. Everyone around him is technically more powerful than he is. his only merit is the fact that he gets to get traumatized and have another go at things. Ooh. Ooh. I do have to say, I feel sorry as all hell for Rem. Ooh. Let's see here, 33 and 30. So we're gonna have to start separating pieces out. But I feel sorry for Rem because well, there's two kind of reasons. Every character in RE0, sorry about that. All characters in RE0 are flushed out and feel like characters, but Rem is the most obvious. Like, you can see where like her importance is to the overall plot and whatnot. Let's see here, right leg for that one. While everyone else is not quite so apparent, so to speak. It's not as, like, you know, obvious. But at the same time, though, like, I feel sorry for Rem because she just has unrequited love. Oh, yeah, the Subaru actor has very, very good I'm losing my shit screams. In one of his respawns, he literally gets mind broken because of the trauma, and he just fucking screams to his head off like the entire time because he's literally too mind broken to say anything. It's very, and then the actor does a very good job at it. The actor for Subaru definitely conveys the emotions. Actually, speaking of crazy, I also thought the actor for Beetlejuice who did a good job at conveying his insanity without being cliched. Like, the character's literally, like, I don't know, it's like something about the performance. Like, it could have very easily been just a cliched, I am crazy guy, but, like, it actually seems like somebody who is demented, like the Beetlejuice actor. He did a good job. He did good. A minute. Yeah, 22 and 23. So that means you guys go over here on the left foot. I mean, I don't think that really creates much of a difference in it. Ooh. That's fine. Oh, wait. You mean in at least the audio. I thought you meant in my power is dying. I mean... Ooh. It's fine, man. We all make grammatical mistakes. That just happens in chats. Don't worry about it. Ooh. Let's see here. F. There's F. There's a lot of really good things about RE0. Ooh. I like how they capture male relationships pretty well with Julius and Subaru, who absolutely despise one another, but also are like, you know what? I will work with you for a common goal. And then it's just like, they're bros now. And it's just like, it's that simple? It's that simple. The person I was watching it with, like, I was like, so are they bros now? And she was just like, well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say they're bros. I mean, they still hate each other. But they're like, who cares if they hate each other? They're like, I trust you, you trust me. Yeah, they're bros now. That's masculinity. That is the male psyche. Ooh, they're bros now. Good. Ooh. Yeah, but they still don't like each other. Doesn't matter. Absolutely irrelevant. Ooh. You can hate a bro. You can have a bro who you absolutely despise, but you go like, God damn, I wouldn't rely on anyone else but you. Ooh. I didn't ask if they're friends. I asked if they're bros. Let's see here. see here. See, I need to be looking at these real quick. But is that the point where I have to find what I'm looking for? Always the most annoying part of starting a gunpla. Just don't know which sprues are which. It should be one of the white sprues. Or no, is it gonna be one of the yellow ones? Come on, Merrick. What I don't like is I should have had the sprues over here. They're over here. They should be over here because I have to literally turn away from the microphone every time I want to say something. You once had to fight with your best friend? You beat the crap out of each other? Yeah, that is now that's just male best friend behavior. I've never physically fought my best friend, but like we have argued until we were red in the face, and then immediately after just like had like no bad blood. And his own mother has like, what the fuck is going on with you two? It's like, what? It's like, you guys just argued for unironically 3 uninterrupted hours, and you're just like fine with each other? Yeah. It's just like, why would we be? It's just like, you just argued. You just 3 hours. It's like, yeah. Oh, so we could have gone for 4 if we wanted to. We didn't want to go for 4 though. Again, no bad blood. It was me get some shit out of your system sometimes. Ooh. I cannot find this sprue for the life of me. This is a... I think it would be an easy sprue to find. It probably is, but I'm very incompetent. Here it is. And it is C12. Ah, mirror piece is excellent. I do like how the 4th respawn, the 4th cycle, even though it's just started, I just started literally today the 2nd season, so only watched the 1st episode, but I do like how, based off of the season 1 finale, one of the lessons is going to be the fact that Subaru can't be in 2 places at once. Because while he was doing one part of his mission, something unforeseen happened in another location, and literally got a friend erased from existence, which was fun. That's a don't do that. Don't do that, chat. Don't forget your respirator. Oh my goodness. Even if you have a spray booth, you need to be having a respirator, you know, just for safety. Let's see here. It's gonna be red, right? It has to be red. No, this is A, so it has to be yellow. Deduction, chat. That's what we do here. Oh my goodness. Jesus. Well, at least you're getting it out. Jesus Christ, dude. That is not good. There's a frickin'... There's an Osmosis Jones about the danger of inhaling paint. Unironically, there's an episode of Osmosis Jones about that. I don't know why I thought of that. It's one of the few episodes I remember of Osmosis Jones. Come on. Then again, I don't think most people remember there was an Osmosis Jones cartoon. Just a movie. Some people don't remember there was a movie. The hell is this? What an interesting song. I should not bring attention to the BGM, but... I don't know what the hell's going on in that. out to Fantasia, so it's just going from song to song. Let's see here. Hold up. What I don't like about this real grade in particular, it's very small, but I'll show you with this sprue, is some of the sprues are traditional. You have this, and then it'll have the letter. For some reason, half the sprues have the letter in a random location instead, and that's what's making it extra hard to find these. If you get this, be aware of that. Okay, and then once we cut out this vernier, we will begin assembly of the footies. Actually, funny thing about the BGM is that on it are 18 songs, and of the 18 songs, technically, there are four different renditions of 2 different songs. So of the 18 songs, 8 of the songs are literally just 2 songs just being played differently each time. And they are Yankee Doodle and Dixie. Because of course they are. But there is like an kind of traditional Dixie and an orchestral and like more of an orchestral Fantasia version, and there's one more that I can't remember the exact context of. And then for the Doodle, it's the same thing, but there's also a violin. So it's like an orchestral, traditional, and violin. See here. The person who keeps getting me into these shows and whatnot, I want to repay them by recommending a show, but I was like, what the hell could I recommend that they haven't seen? And I'm like, it can't be anime, because they would have seen anything before me. Battle Hymn of the Republic or Man, how did I not fucking get Battle Hymn of the Republic? I should get both of those. I should write down both of those. Oh god. Well, actually, on the upsetting thing, it's just like, ooh, if you are a Southerner and you are seething when Yankee Doodle comes on, just go like, oh hey, it's actually the version that's making fun of, you know, the Northerners. Don't worry about it. And if you're a Northerner and you start seething about whenever Dixie comes on, just think of it as Union Dixie, you know, the version of it where they're making fun of the South. Just think of it like that. I do have to say, though, Union Dixie is pretty fucking hilarious to me. Like, you have Dixieland, which is genuinely a good song, and it's just like, yeah, we're proud and we're gonna fight like hell. And then you just have the Northerners just go like, you're all a bunch of fucking hicks, like, I shouldn't curse, you're all a bunch of hicks, screw you, and it's just like, like, we're gonna take your song and make fun of you with it. It's like, damn. Oop. Such a brutal, like, diss track, too. Actually, I need to double check both versions, because I have to sing both versions of I have to sing both versions of Dixie for the anniversary stream. Just so I can make both everyone happy and pissed at the same time. As any good American. I almost cut that off. I almost cut off a very key part. But as I was saying with like the shows, like I can't recommend any anime because they will have seen any anime. And I was like, what could I recommend? And I realized possibly the only thing I could recommend, chat, that they wouldn't have seen would be Columbo. But then I was like, yeah, but Columbo's like an hour and a half. One Columbo episode is a 2-hour episode. Like, Columbo would air for 2-hour blocks. And that means that with advertising, when you cut out all the ads, it's still an hour and a half long. So it's like every Columbo episode is a movie, is a feature-length film. They're really good. But it can be hard to convince somebody, no, sit down and watch 100 feature-length films, not 100, but like watch 7 seasons, like watch that's 70 still a freaking lot, but watch 70 feature-length films, bro. Trust me, it's worth it. Full Metal Panic, she's probably seen Full Metal Panic though. I also need to recommend something that's like character focused, because she cares far more about that. Ooh. It's like she's a woman or something. Ooh. God, and she's an absolute hater. Ooh, because while watching RE0 with her, she would just keep going like, peak, true, peak. Except for when Rem was on screen. Rem would have a great character moment, and she'd just go, mid! And this is like, you were just born to be a hater. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, God. Like Hinterlands or Shetlands. Ooh. And when I see Shetlands, I can only think of a Shetland pony. Ooh, I don't know why. Probably because that's the only time I ever hear the term typically. I don't know if that's the same type of Shetlands. If it's even like, ooh, it could just be something that sounds similar. Cut this. Cut this. I do like how it's, ooh, you can still build things in tandem with real grades, but you just have to be a lot more careful. Which, you know, is just like not a good prospect with me. Because when I get high grades mixed up, and those things are literally like reflections of one another. Like, you shouldn't be able to mess up like making a high grade limb, because it's literally the same limb built in like twice. But like a lot of times, like the arms can be interchanged like half the time. I still find a way to mess it up. It's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Okay, so it's this piece and then this piece. Okay, so same, okay. You see though, also, I'm American. So you'd be like, it's like Shetland. Chat, do you know how many Parises there are in America? Do you know how many? Half of America is just named after other places that are like 10,000 miles away. That are tens of thousands of miles away, I should say. America's a little silly, so like, I can't just be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, I live in America, 'tis a silly place. I'm looking at this, and I'm trying to figure out like the fucking sauce here. What is... like this. Then I do this. Okay. And then I do this. Okay. So we have some magic engineering happening. Luckily this is a more modern real grid, so I have hope. Is this area? That's what she fucking did when I asked about at the end of season 1, when I was asking her like, oh shit, did Rem just get erased from existence? And she just goes, who? 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 Chat, who? Who? Yeah, there's a Paris, Texas. There's so many. Why are there so many fucking Portlands in America that are not only not on the coast, but aren't even on a frickin' river? What the hell is up with that? Why is there a Portland in like the middle of a landlocked area? I want to know that, chat. Why are there 200 Portlands in America, and why are half of them not within like 10 miles of a body of water? What is going on? Recommend True Blood. Doesn't True Blood get like bad at the end though? That seems like a bad idea. No offense. Oh. Then again, I mean, she's watching fucking, what is it called? She's watching The Boys and loving every second of it just because of Homelander, so I feel like that doesn't matter. Oh my god. Let's see here. I think I might have to adjust the, I don't know, yep. Ooh. I don't think it's like causing any lighting problems for you guys, but I might have to adjust the, hold on. I'm gonna just, hopefully that works. The light, over there that I'm using to light up the desk a little bit better is kind of shining in my face, and it's actually making it hard to like see where I'm putting things. Ooh, because it's just in the corner of my eyes, blinding me. Why is New Orleans New Orleans and not like... Well, I guess Orleans is the anglicized version of it, so never mind. I was wondering, like, why is only half of it anglicized? And I realized it's all of it's anglicized. I was being dumb. And... okay, so not only do we hook it in, but then we push it in. So it is magic, chat. Ah! I think that's the other, Yankee Doodle. And now it's gone. Oh, and then the Yankee Doodle goes into Dixieland. That's nice. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Ooh. I like that, actually. I like that a hell of a lot, because that was actually a really smooth transition from Yankee Doodle to... Ooh. This is actually pretty good. America Fantasia. Pretty good. Some of the other Fantasias, very, very, like the Grand Fantasia was schizophrenic. That one I might take off the playlist. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, chat. But this one, the America Fantasia, they're just going from like American song to American song, and it's really clean so far. And she doesn't have to know that it gets shit. Chat, I'm not gonna fucking... Oh, chat, you just want me to burn my fucking goodwill, don't you? Oof. God. True Blood was part of the era of HBO shows that I just could not give less of a damn about. But, so I didn't really, like, watch it until it started getting bad, because... God, that era of HBO, there were, like, so many warning signs. I was like, this show's not gonna, like, this show's gonna, like, take a turn. It's not a HBO show, but also Dexter. I knew was gonna fucking go bad. I knew Dexter was gonna get bad. And I was right. I knew Game of Thrones was gonna... I know Dexter was was what, Showtime or whatever, but still. But, like, I called it, like, the moment I heard that Game of Thrones wasn't a complete story, like the books weren't finished, I was like, I've seen enough anime. They're gonna catch up to the source material, and it's gonna go through the ground, man. It's gonna get so bad so quick. And it fucking did, Chad. I was like, I'm not wasting my time. Oh, good. The Gulen... I need to watch Girls und Panzer. I love the edits of Girls und Panzer where everyone is speaking their native tongue. Those are really nice. Ooh. Just having the French girls speaking in like the French dub and whatnot. Really, really nice. Okay, so it needs to go in. What the? How does this work? Wait. Am I going insane? A little. I was being stupid, chat. I do love good military march. Nice. So I was reading how you said how it can transition. Ooh. Invincible? Invincible is kind of mid. Then again, I've also said that I'm far more critical on it than it needs to be in the first season. She'd probably enjoy hating Amber. She'd fucking love hating Amber, actually. That's actually probably not a bad idea. She would love to hate Amber. Because Amber is trash. Ooh, I don't know if that's a great suggestion, but like, it might be a good suggestion. It's either a good suggestion or it's not. And I don't know which one it is. I am excited for the season finale of Invincible this week, though. With a Conquest. There's a big old bastard who's just ready to punch. What's the thing I said? Oh yeah, Columbo. God, it's so hard. It is so hard to get people into Columbo, though. Because again, as I said, like, each episode is a feature-length film. Oh, it's cycled back. Okay, I thought I'd have to restart the playlist eventually. I do like... I want more violin songs. I need to look up more violin songs. I absolutely love the violin. It's probably one of my favorite instruments to listen to. My best friend can play the violin, and he freaking doesn't. And I was just like, "Why do you mean you don't?" It's like, well, like, you know, I just learned it for curriculars and whatnot. And I was like, oh my god, like, you own a violin and you just don't play. It's like, why would I? I was like, 'cause it's a violin. It sounds amazing. You could play like all sorts of different type of music. You could use it as a fiddle. You could be like classical. You could be a fiddle. You could do some bluegrass with it. You can do all sorts of things with a violin, and it's like, I just don't care. It's like, oh my god. Okay. There we go. I had to force it in a little, which is not ideal, but I kind of didn't get the gate poorly cut off. But I got it cut off enough. That's the important thing. Actually, one thing I was surprised by when talking about RE0 with her was the fact that, whoop, apparently, like, what is it, Rem, her speech apparently filters a lot of people. Because apparently a lot of people just don't listen to what she is saying at all. And they just go like, oh, Subaru should have, like, ran away with Rem, you know, because she's best girl or some crap. And it's just like, you didn't listen to, like, anything that Rem said at all. Rem literally says, no, I can't, like, run away with you. Like, I've thought about how much I love you and, like, the life we could live. But that's with the you, that's with the you that would never run away, effectively, is what she says. And so I would rather, like, kind of give you up and help you save and help Amelia than watch the Subaru that I love die. Which is, like, really romantic, but also really tragic, which is why, you know, she's kind of such a sad character. And people just, like, they see that scene, and it just goes over their freaking heads. And it's just like, how does that, like, she literally, like, lays it out so plain and bare to see. And people are just like, nah. Subaru, why didn't you pick Rem? It's like, fuck. Oh my god, because he loves Amelia, bro. That's why. True Detective, True Detectives. Thing is, this is the person who watched the first episode. I would love to share something like Columbo or True Detective, but also I'm remembering this is the person who watched the first episode of RE0 Season 3, and when they saw female Skeletor walk out, their first thought wasn't, oh, well, that's obviously a bad guy. Their first thought was like, wait, that's a bad guy, when they ended up killing everyone in the town. It's like, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's not Skeletor. The female Mumra. Like, there's a character who just, like, looks like a female Mumra from freaking Thundercats. Damn it. And it's just like, well, that character was a baddie? Yeah. Yes, they were. The character... I know that RE0 likes to kind of, introduce characters and then flush them out more, like, show that, like, they're deeper than how they are first depicted in their stereotypes. But they still kind of follow the, like, this character looks evil, they're evil, most of the time. Ooh, actually, speaking of a character who had really good flushing out. A character whose peak is Wilhelm. Who's just like, this old dude who literally learned to become, like, a great swordsman to beat his wife at sword fighting and show that she doesn't need to be a sword fighter no more. But she can't. It's her responsibility to be a sword fighter. So she still went out and ended up dying for her responsibilities and duties. And he's just like, I'm gonna kill the thing that killed my wife. I'm gonna dedicate my life to killing this thing. And then when he finally gets the opportunity, he goes for it, chat. Wilhelm is peak. Wilhelm is absolutely peak. Ooh. We should all strive to be as peak as Wilhelm. Why do you hate flowers, Wilhelm? Ooh. God. Actually, I'm happy that we're doing Gundam right now, because actually we can talk about Gundam. Whoa, how deep are we? Like an hour in? Literally. I started stream a little early, so we're actually only 50 minutes in. I started like the OBS early, rather. But like we're 50 minutes in, let's actually talk about Gundam during this Gunpla stream, chat. Would you like that? Let's talk about G-Cucks. And yes, we will pronounce it as G-Cucks. Not because it's funny. Well, okay, because it's funny to call it G-Cucks. But also because I watched the anime. They call it G-Cucks. I don't give a shit what Crunchyroll puts in the subtitles. They said G-Cucks. I heard them say G-Cucks. It is the Gundam Cucks. Not the Gundam Quucks. It is Cucks. I heard them, Crunchyroll. You can't rewrite what they said. But, I think Crunchyroll did the translation. Whoever did the subtitles. You can't rewrite that. I heard it. But it is really nice, and I have to say, it has a line in it that did so much for me in terms of just, like, Gundam lore. And that is, in the Universal Century especially, I've always kind of been like, how the hell does, new type abilities work? I've always kind of just been like, this is very vague, and I don't need, like, I don't want a detailed explanation. I just want a hint as to how it works. And there's a line in G-Cucks, and it's not really a spoiler, because if you don't know the context, it's not spoiling anything that's happening. But a character says, I can see, like, a character says, I can see time. And that line literally is one of the best explanations for new type shenanigans I've ever heard in Gundam. Ooh. And I'm like, okay, I now get new type abilities. Thank you. Frickin' thank you. Ooh. I think I know who that is, but I want to get the... I think you're meaning how, like, they made the character who's, like, supposed to be 29 years old look like he's 29. Ooh. If we were talking about Gundam. Yeah, how they took the yeah, he's supposed to look like that. It says that in the original Gundam, for some reason, if you are like if you are ooh, if you are what is it? Like 10 years old to 15 years old. Sorry, no, 16 years old, you look like Amuro Ray. You have those proportions. Then if you're 17 to 25 years old, you have the proportions of Bright Noah, no matter what. And then once you get past 25 years old, you just become a 40-year-old man in the original Gundam series. So that's why he looks like that in the original Gundam series. Like he's supposed to be like only like in his 20s, but you know, he's over 25. He might even be like, let's see actually how old he is. I have it up. Let me see how old he is real quick, chat. Also, I need to restart the playlist. Ah! How did that happen? I don't care. Okay. It's called because Gwitch is but how old was he? His hair is gray. His hair is frickin' teal. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, Gundam. But he is... Where the fuck is his age? Like, I know Rambo Ral is like his early 30s. Again, insane, because he looks like he's in his 50s. Gundam just has like some of the most effed up aging in all of fiction. Yeah, so this is the right leg, so all of this stuff should be the left leg. God, I did find it hilarious how the scene with the bull and Char Aznavour, when they're like making their plans, you know, in secret, whatever, and they're drinking wine in a moodlit room that's super romantic, and I'm just sitting there just like, wow, this scene has like so much romantic tension. Wait, why is there any romantic tension in this scene? Oh, it's a 1-year war and Char's in a room privately with another man. Okay, no more. Don't need any more answers. we gotta get that yaoi baiting in. Gundam the Origin. Yeah, Gundam the Origin like made him. Yeah, the Gundam the Origin like brought him back down to what like his age is supposed to be. I do find that funny how like any modern like revision to it always like makes the characters who are supposed to like not all the characters that like look way too old look their actual age. My headcanon is it's just that the war was that bad. Everyone aged like 20 years in the span of like 1 year. And if you've ever seen Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War, it's believable that can happen. Because that dude, over the course of 8 years, he aged like 400 years, unironically. Abraham Lincoln, holy shit. Look at him there's the last picture ever taken of him was 2 months before his assassination. He looks like a freaking Draugr from Skyrim, chat. It's horrific. I shouldn't laugh about that, but it's pretty bad. You're like, oh my god. That dude was going through, I mean, he was going through the Civil War, so I mean, he was going through some stuff. Oh god. I don't think Obama aged a fair bit, but I don't think any president has anything approaching, cause like it's a decade for like all the presidents, so like, but like because they're president, they age like 2 decades. Unironically, nobody has any like, I know what you're saying with like Obama. Obama also did age like holy shit through his presidency, but like you need to see Abraham Lincoln 2 months before his assassination, and like him at the start of his presidency. It is night and day. Like he is skin and bone by the end of his presidency. Like it is like, again, like unironically, he looks like he's an 80-year-old man. It is truly insane just how severe it is. Yeah. Yeah, he did age a lot. Ooh. Oh, Yeah, we'll let it play. It should be quiet enough that it's not a problem. Look away, Dixieland. Let's see here. And then we're doing the right leg, so we need to make sure this is 13 and 14. The 13 and 14 go over here. And then we don't really need to care what you guys are on the other side, because you're going on the other side anyways, it doesn't matter. Ooh. I do have to say though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the performance, like it's just the acting, or I can't really, like it's the writing as well, but like they do a really good job with Amelia in RE0, because like if you really think about it, especially in the first season, we don't know anything about Amelia. Like we know we don't know her origin. We don't know, like we know she like lived in a forest. That's it. We don't really know anything about Amelia. But it doesn't matter, because like what carries her is her personality and her character. And she just has like she's really strong in both. She has a strong character, which is weird to say because she is a character, but she has a strong character and a strong personality, and she's conveyed to be very understanding and compassionate. Like, just great character all around. Ooh. And it's just good writing all around. And I think we have 21, and I have to take Songs of America #1 off the playlist, because I don't want lyric music on the playlist. Even if it's quiet. G21? Jesus Christ, so like this might as well just be called the leg sprue. 21? Quick chat, what's 9 plus 10? 21. I'm curious how that kid got 21 from 9 plus 10. What math was that kid doing? What does he know that I don't know? I feel like I might be the one who knows things and not him, but you know, I can't be certain of a chat. We need to waterboard that child to get the truth out of him. Ooh. Let's see here. We're gonna start building the leg. Like, I'm just looking at this, and like we've only got to cut out like half the pieces for the leg, and I feel like, you know what? Before we go any further, let's just build what we have. God, this is a hell of a real grade. I expect this to take. I expect it to take 3 streams, because a real grade takes what, like anywhere from like 1 1/2 time to 1 1/3 time, like of a high grade. It can take anywhere from like twice the time to 1 1/2 the times. That's what it is. Ooh. Kind of a question of how long this is gonna take. We didn't do any prep, so that's gonna save a lot of time. Actually, just remembered that we do actually have a collab this week, and I forgot about it because everything else that was being planned for the coming week. But we do have a collab on Saturday where we're gonna be playing Halo with Captain. And if you don't know who Captain is, I've played Phasmophobia and some other games with him and Power Lines a few times. He's the Aussie. High grades, it depends how you approach a high grade. If you only do a high grade like a few minutes at a time, yeah, it'll take you a few days. But also it depends if you like paint it. You just do a straight build of a high grade though, should take only about 3 hours. Ooh. Even if you're doing what I'm doing right now, where you're doing double cuts, where you cut it off the sprue and then you cut the gates off separately. Ooh. You have a great night. You have a great night, my dude. You have a great night, Zach. Huh? Actually, me watching RE0 Season 2 is probably going to be a lot slower than me watching Season 1 for two reasons. One is Season 1 I could blast through over the weekend while I was kind of decompressing over everything. I'm going to turn that down ever so slightly. I want to turn it to 17, as weird a number that is. But I was just able to blast through it for that reason. And I won't have that much free time in the coming week with planning for, like, next week. But also, the person I'm watching with, which I think you all know who it is, but I just don't want to say it because I find it humorous not to say it. It's their favorite season, so they are insistent that, like, I watch with them. Which I do not have a problem with. Outside of the fact that they are not very good communicators, but that's something we can work on. But actually, the only reason we ended up watching the season finale together is because before watching the season finale, I didn't even know it was the season finale at the time. But while watching the series, I wanted to make sure that they'd see a message of me thanking them. And I know they don't always see stuff on Discord, so I'd simply message them on Twitter instead. And because I messaged them, because I simply wanted to say thank you on Twitter, is why we actually ended up watching the season finale together. How about? Okay, let's start building this leg. God, there's so many gates. Oh god, and there's pieces that can get lost in the gates really easily. Let's see here. Actually though, RE0, I do have to thank RE0 itself, because it's actually what's gotten me to... Oh my god, do I have these pieces mixed up? I hope it's just these two pieces. Ooh. Ooh. But, in RE0... Come on. I need to get a drink of water. My fucking brain's frying because I'm just sitting here not drinking for like an hour. The curse name, it may not be spoken, lest she appear. But we'll focus on the building humorously. I need this piece, but over here. Did I push it away? The thing is it's because it's a real grade, some pieces are the size of gates, so you can easily push them away. That's not what happened here, but still, it is not a fun experience. Ooh. Actually, we might, I don't remember what I was in the middle of saying. Crap. So I'm just gonna move on to what we're going to be doing in Anniversary Week is, I think, instead of doing a presentation, we're gonna do a reading stream, and we're just gonna do a visual novel that I want to start. Is this the wrong piece? It looks correct. Oh, okay. It connects with this, which we have to still build. Okay, I see the mistake. This goes like this, and then this goes like this. You plug in here, and then you need to be cut off still. The sort of thing that yeah, that is a really clean, now that I get to hear it again, that is a really clean transition from Yankee Doodle to, Dixieland. Oh. Messed it up slightly, luckily. Easy fix. This goes here. And then... this goes here. I need to not forget to put this in, because I keep forgetting to put in the thigh joint. I've done that on, like, the last... I don't know if it has been the last few, but I've done it on... it feels like the last few, of the last 4 we've built, I feel like I've done that on, like, almost on half of them. I could be wrong there, but... okay. I need to reset my brain now. Actually, I think we're gonna just cut short the RE0 talk and look at topics. Jesus Christ, that's a great topic. Thank you for writing it down, Merrick. You're welcome, Merrick. Anyways. I say it's a great topic. It's a topic I want to talk about, so it's a good topic. But it's, somebody... there's somebody who I keep seeing who I feel like I should just unfollow because they have, like, takes that, like, vary from okay to absolute trash. And I don't know if this is a trash take as much as it's just, like, a personal opinion. But they're just like, Glemmy's the worst character in all of Universal Century, and I'm just like, I feel like I can't, like, I can't really think of all the characters, but I'm willing to bet there's worse characters in Universal Century, and it's like, what makes him the worst? It's like, well, he's a groomer. Dude, you just described, like, almost every adult in the Universal Century. What do you mean he's a groomer? Everyone's a groomer in the Universal Century. Bright Noah in Zeta, like, was it Char Aznabal, like, in Zeta Gundam, sees Camille and is like, wow, I can make a war criminal out of this kid. And he does. You know, then he sees more kids in Counterattack and is like, God, I can make war criminals out of these kids. And he does. You know, Bright Noah, he's like, oh my goodness, how old are you, Judo Ashta? 14 years old? Aw, dude, you have so much potential. So much time to commit war crimes. And he does. I shouldn't be calling them war criminals, but it's just funnier. But, like, everyone in Gundam sees a child and goes like, ah, excellent. I can turn you into a war machine. Well, what else do you use kids for? To go off and fucking kill people, in war. Duh. Gundam understands this. That's just basic reality. I'm trying to see... okay, so it does plug in here. Okay. Sometimes real grades are a little convoluted. You have to just, like, double check something a few times. Because you just don't want to have to pull pieces apart. You don't want to do that with anything, but with the real grades, you have, like, the detail, or if not more, than a master grade, but a lot smaller, so things can be small nicks and marks are all the bigger. 1 minute. Don't worry, that wasn't like anything. I decided to look at something the other side of the room. And then you go. Building real grids can be a bit of a pain at times. Okay, no, you are not the right piece. Oh, wait, because I'm building the left leg. Yeah, duh. That means you would go on like this. And you would go on like this, I think? I hope that's correct. Yeah. I think the only time we traded parts there was just when we accidentally had to double up, so hopefully nothing here is wrong. Okay. We need to do this again. And Christ alive. We need this piece and this piece. Then we get this piece like this. No, you're backwards. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh. But also, Glemmy is also like a really important character for Gundam on a meta level, because Glemmy is not only like the prototype of is not only the prototype of like all Char clones, but he's also literally a rough draft for Char in Counterattack. Not initially, but by the end of the series, he's literally them. I mean, by the end of the series, he's just a prototype for what's to come. When like Char decides, you know what, I'm gonna throw rocks at Earth. Ooh, people say kick rocks. I say throw rocks. Okay. Char is a menace. God, I really hope I'll end up having... Oh my god, I put it on backwards? Despite all of that effort, I still put it on backwards. Where's the part separator when you need it? I don't quite see the part separator. Luckily, the groove in the part is wide enough that I was able to use my fingers. Macaroni. Come on. Please, please separate. Please, I'm begging you. There we go. I can't believe I literally made an extra effort not to put that on backwards, and I still did. Oh, the joys of building. And then make sure we put this on. And we are at... Oh, we still have plenty of time, too. I don't plan to finish this in 2 streams, and I don't think we will. I would be... I'm feeling like I'd be less surprised at this point if we did. Oh, this stream is only meant to go for about 2 hours. I know normally we do 3, but... Ooh. I might have plans after this. I don't think I could put more... When I say might, chat, I don't think I could have larger quotation marks around it. I don't think there's large enough quotation marks in all the fonts of man. Okay. That is certainly one way to play Yankee Doodle, I suppose. Okay, so this connects here. Madama Butterfly. Madama Butterfly for the most dangerous game. Literally why it's on the playlist. There we go. Oh my god. I know a lot of you watch Shog Mommy as well, so you probably already heard about the miners VTubing group. I think no, these are on the wrong legs. Oh my god. Oh the humanity. But the miners VTubing group where it's where not all the members are miners, and it's just why are there miners in VTubing to begin with and shit like that. Ooh, there's a lot of red flags. But I feel like for them, like one of the biggest red flags I saw from them is just the fact that their like mission statement or whatever was like, it was like, oh yeah, we're here to represent underrepresented like people in VTubing, like minors. I feel like there's a good reason why they're underrepresented in VTubing. But then they're like people of color. And I immediately had to stop and go like, I was unaware that Asians no longer counted. I was unaware that that they now counted as white folk. Welcome, my Asian brothers, I suppose. But like underrepresented, like, okay. And then the last thing for underrepresented was LGBT, and I just immediately just went like, ah yes. Because VTubing doesn't, like, I've never heard of like a gay or bisexual VTuber in all my life, chat. It's just, of all the groups of people, I feel like at one point you could have been like, oh, black VTubers or something like that, but even then I'd kind of look at you, like nowadays at least, I'd look at you and be like, no, there's actually quite a few. I was like, yeah, but they're still a minority. Well, yeah, I mean, most of the people are just like, they're always going to be a minority because just population wise, I mean, most VTubers are probably still Asian and what the hell? Oh, are probably still Asian, which you have apparently just excised from people of color. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was allowed. I was unaware they had the clearance to do that, chat. Ooh. Oh god. I just think it's a bad idea for like kids in general to be in content creation. It's just not a... It's something that like you should be maturing into. I've never really liked the concept of like, we need kids to entertain kids. It's not corporate, it's independent, thank God. And I say thank God because like, if it was corporate, then we know that it was like some bad shit's happening effectively. But it's still just like, this is just not a good idea in general. Like, but I've never liked the idea of like, kids should entertain kids, because like, it's just a stupid concept. Like fucking Mr. Rogers is like the most like well-known kid entertainer in history, and he was just a soft-spoken man who would just go like, let's see what's happening in the neighborhood. And you know what, Mr. Rogers was just an absolute delight of a person. Didn't need to be a child or nothing. because and he wasn't even necessarily young at heart. He was just a sweet man. Ooh. But it just seems like a good way just to like promote bad behavior because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And we have to restart it again. I thought at the very least I had an hour's worth of music. I'm a little upset that I don't. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm upset I don't have an actual hour. I have like 45 minutes worth of music, which makes sense considering how many songs I have, but I was really hoping I had more. Ugh. Ooh. I feel like that's more of a personal note, but I have a philosophical note of Ooh, and I'm willing to bet this will be misinterpreted, but I don't mean literally when I say this. It's more, fancy language. But is this a man? If a man has no god, then he shall worship a devil. And that's not saying you have to be religious. What that's saying is that if you don't have some kind of like moral guiding post or anything like that, if you don't have some grander ideal or goals, you're just gonna end up like walking into doing terrible shit. That's all that means. But I just wanted to write it in a fancier way than that. But that's a hell of a thing. It's just topic time, so it's just random topics, but some of the shit you see on Twitter chat, you have to type it down because you won't remember it and people won't believe it if you don't literally give them the original quote, and even then they won't believe you. But on Twitter, I saw an insane quote, which like just its phrasing is funny. Like, I'm like, I guess I can see what you meant by this, but like what it is Japanese cartoon prawn helped me understand my sexual identity, and it's just like, maybe you shouldn't say that out loud. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just something that's just like very slow news day because it was an article. It wasn't a tweet. It was an actual article from I don't know. I remember what the news source was, but it's just like you just sometimes know it was a slow freaking news day. When journalists start writing their diary entries as news or whatever into the paper, it's a slow day, chat. Oh, I need to watch the trailer for Death Stranding. Because apparently Kojima just has gone, you know what, I'm just gonna make Metal Gear. And it's just like, I tried to make something original, so instead I'm just gonna go back to making Metal Gear again, which itself is derived from like 1,000 different things. It's like, cool. I need to see the trailer. I just want to see how much of it is, but I've seen some things, like there's a character who's literally just Snake. There is literally a like goop monster with a Metal Gear head, effectively. It is just like, it's just, I just kind of feel sorry for Kojima at this point. It's just like, ooh. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, people like complain about George Lucas, but like, at least George Lucas never was like, you know what? Everything has to be Star Wars, and then Indiana Jones became Star Wars or anything like that. No, Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones, you know? Fucking Kojima is just like, nah. Only one thing. There's like, There are screenshots, and it's this. There's actually a whole-on trailer, and I need to see the trailer to see how much of it is. But yeah, there's like a big goop monster, and it straight up has like the Bulls or like it's kind of like the Bulls or Metal Gear Rex's head. Ooh. And oh, there you are. Okay, hello Neon. I think your first chat got thrown. I'm sorry that I missed your first. Oh no, your first chat must have gotten filtered actually. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna go real quickly look at that. It got yeah, okay. Sorry, I saw you up on the yeah. How did that get filtered? Normally I have to deal with YouTube filtering comments, but that's Twitch. And I just scrolled up to see. No, it did. You did. I thought what happened is like because my chat is constantly refreshing. It threw your chat, like I thought it threw your chat up because it was like, hello, welcome to stream. It's doing that for me. I thought that's what happened. No, what happened is that it just completely filtered you saying, hello. That's worse than YouTube. I'm now imagining Indiana Jones swinging from planet. Oh my goodness. They got filtered on my side. It's just, I don't know why. Ooh. So hopefully it didn't get filtered. Hopefully that's just a me thing. But yeah, it just, your first one of just saying hi just doesn't exist for some reason. I don't know why. I've not seen, no, I haven't seen it yet. That's what I've been saying. I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it. I've seen clips from it. And it's just like there's a lot of like little things where it's just like, oh, like everyone's sharing the fact that it's just it has a bunch of stuff that's just straight from Metal Gear, and it's just like like ooh. Like Kojima just really wants to make another Metal Gear game but isn't allowed to, I guess. Okay, I think I yeah, there's a lot of Metal Gear. I'm hoping they're just references. Ooh. And it doesn't, you know, become like a conspiracy, like a messy conspiracy. And if it just becomes like a Metal Gear game, it's just like, why don't you just make like a new Metal Gear game? I know it's like he can't make one because he doesn't have the rights to it. But like, why cannibalize Death Stranding to do that? Why do your Amazon autism simulator? Why cannibalize that? Ooh, what will Kirsha play now? Here. There we go. Ooh. Ah, you won't be building because you're in... I was like, what? I was like... I thought I was saying like, yeah, Parkinson's, so you can't build it because it sounded like it was like, you're never gonna build again. Sorry. You'll be in Japan this month. Nice. Nice. Actually, chat. Speaking of Gunpla Bot, I've already said this. I think I've done a post on YouTube as well. But actually, I'm really excited about this. But we have a kit that we're going to build on July 4th. I should do this at the end of stream and not right now. So that would be reasonable. And I'm not a reasonable person. But chat, we have a... Now, as you know, I have built the American type Gundam. So we can't build that for the 4th of July. So I was racking my brain of just like, what else could we build, chat? What else is red, white, and blue? A Zaku. Actually, it's a Hyzak, but still. That doesn't rhyme, chat. But it is the Hobby Hyzak reboot version from Advance of Zeta. So, and unlike the original Hyzak, which is more of a teal, this one is just straight up blue. It looks really nice. And I think it's a newer mold. I'm hoping it's not just like a crappy reprint or something. Ooh. But I am excited about that. I know, you know, Independence Day is a good time away. But, you know, sometimes you just have to plan for things ahead of time, chat. It's okay. Ooh. Fan service. Actually, I saw a post of somebody saying that, like, RE0 needs more fan service, and I'm like, I feel like it has a lot of fan service. You just, what you don't understand, like, you only understand fan service as, like, TNA. And, like, that's your problem. You don't understand that, like, you know, the subtle moments of just, you know, Amelia letting Subaru have a lap pillow or whatever. Like, that's fan service. And you just don't understand it because you got brain rot. There's plenty of fan service in almost said Konosuba, in RE0. There's plenty of fan service. You just don't understand it. Because it's relationship fan service. Ooh. RE0, real good. RE0 actually making a lap pillow look freaking good. Because normally, like, lap pillows in anime are just so, like, whatever. It's just a lap pillow. You know, like, it would be nice to have a lap pillow, but it's like, whatever. But, like, ooh. Konosuba actually makes it, like, a meaningful gesture. Ooh. And not just, you know, whatever. We're doing this now. Oh, God, the Miku, I think you meant to say Miku. But the Mikuzaku, I understand why it's a real grade. It's for the color separation. Completely understandable in all honesty. And also, like, the real grade Zaku is a lot better than a lot of other early real grades, which is saying something because it's literally the second real grade. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to build another. I don't know if I'm really interested in building another real grade Zaku. I hate to say it. You know what I mean? So it looks really nice, but at the same time, ooh. I would almost rather just I'm not skilled enough to do this, but just get a high-grade Zaku and repaint it. I'm gonna check something real quick. Because the reason my chat might constantly be resetting could be because of this. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. Okay. I just closed Brave. I think I might have had it open in Brave or something. So that might... Ooh, and if it's open in Brave, it could be, like, constantly resetting itself. I'm gonna hope that'll make it so on Twitch it's not constantly going, welcome to chat, welcome to chat. That's really annoying. I don't like seeing motion in the corner of my eye and it just be, you know, that. Then again, though, that's just... It could also just be stream elements, like, logging in constantly and cycling, which is also a problem. Huh? Actually, because we're going to be doing reading and Gunpla on anniversary week, we'll likely be doing reading and Gunpla let me get this real quick. The week after. So what this means is, like, on Thursday and Friday of next week, we'll be doing reading then Gunpla. But because, you know, reading and Gunpla typically take more than one day each, we'll likely be doing the same thing on Monday and Tuesday the following week. And then we're going to go into a kind of reading one week and then Gunpla the next week kind of transitioning period. Not transitioning, like hopscotch, leapfrogging? I don't know. We're going to be trading between the two. That way I don't have to worry about doing Gunpla every week, but also, and I can fit in plenty of reading. And the first thing we're going to do is a visual novel that's actually inspired by Gundam. I thought that would be Nito Burrito, and it was recommended to me by Powerlines. Actually, I think he's actually doing, he's actually going to be reading it on the 12th. Which is going to be like 1 a.m. the 12th, but still the 12th of this month. So he's actually going to be getting to it before me. I have to reset the music again. There we go. So I still want to... I really want to read Beyond Good and Evil. Or... Actually... I can't tell you what we're doing on April Fools, but we're either going to be doing a very silly collab, or we're going to be doing a very silly reading. And either way, I'm excited for it. Actually, I hope we can do both. If we can't do both on the same day, but we might do the reading the day before. Like what is it? On the last day of March. Ooh. If the collab goes through, we're gonna do it on the last day of March. We're gonna do the reading because I think you guys will absolutely love what I have picked out to read for April Fools. Mostly because you're not gonna understand any of it. It's gonna be beyond your reading comprehension, chat. It's too peak. Ooh. I can't spoil what it is, but when we get there, you're gonna be like, I don't understand any of this, and it's like that's why you're not a successful businessman, unlike Mr. Dexter. That's the only hint I'm gonna give. But let's see here. God, we have not even applied like any of the armor yet. We're doing it now, but kind of sunk into me that like these are naked legs, chat. Look away. Scandalous. Okay. Man, that's a depressing note. Why did I write that down? What's depressing, Merrick? I just have a note that says life. Already a bad sign. If I have a note that's titled life, that's a bad sign. And it just says, been out of dating game for too long. And that's all it says. That's all it says. It's just like, damn. Damn. Oh, God. That's all the note says. It feels like I just like wrote down an insult to myself. It's like, bro, you're rusty. You don't know how to do shit no more. It's like, I could have said something a little more insightful. Nah, you're just out of it, bro. But like, take a towel, get out of here like you're out of the game, bro. It's done. Oh my God, why is that the note? Not even something encouraging. It truly is a life note. Ooh. Oh God, depression will do that though. Oh God. How can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself, chat? Oh, let's see here. That's depressing because it's true. Oh, this isn't a drawing stream. We don't need depressing topics here. No. This is a Gunpla stream. Let's be happy. Let's talk about shows and stuff. Ooh. Why is Hail Columbia Chorus on the list? You should not be on the list. That's weird. Oh, did I put the wrong Hail Columbia on the list, or I might have doubled up Hail Columbia by accident. I hope I just doubled it up that way I don't have to find the instrumental version to throw on. See here. I did not check if these were unique pieces. They seemed... Yeah, these are identical. I don't need to give a damn. Jesus Christ, look at these hands. I know these might not like look very big, but these are the back of the hands, and these are kind of massive, not gonna lie. Like, let's see here. This is the back of a master grade, and it's bigger and dirtier. But let's see if I can get this down. Like you can see, that's really big. Like the master grade is still bigger, but for a high grade, that is massive. Let me get something that would be in proportion with this out. This is, I don't know what you are for. It looks to be something Xeon related because it's all roundy, but I don't know if it's conveying it all too well, but that is a lot. I think these are the back of the hand. I can't imagine what else they'd be, but like this feels so much bigger. Not that much bigger, but it feels so much bigger. This is broad. Why is it C? Why are you trading pieces? Like, why are you making me confused? Instructions. Why is your only purpose to make me more confused the more I build you? Why can't you love me? Why can't you love me back, build? It is a really good build, though. H. God, gosh darn it, chat. Where did I put anything? I hope I actually posted on Discord and I forgot to say at the start of stream that the Discord is up. Well, there's a link to the Discord. It should be pinned in both, but I'm not sure if it's actually pinned on Twitch, because Twitch can be a little weird like that. If it's not if it's not on Twitch, tell me and I can repost it. And I'm very sorry if it's not on Twitch, but it is on YouTube right now. It's a 24-hour link, and then tomorrow I'm going to put a 7-day link up until we get to anniversary, and then I'm going to start putting it into the description. But we do have the Discord in early access. I forgot to say that. I forgot to promote it again. The stickers? What is this? Oh my god. All of this stickers? Oh my god! That's like really impressive stickers, but like at the same time, I kind of hate it. I'll show you in a second. Oh my god. Like, it's really impressive that they did what they did, but at the same time, it's something that when you see it, you might just be like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, I'd rather you just didn't. I'd rather you just didn't give us this ability. D14. I already cut out 14, so K. I actually need K. That's the piece I'm missing. I'm missing this piece, K7. I know it was already part of my year resolution, but I definitely, after this month, want to try to get, on average, like 1 collab a week. I know that's a lot, and I don't actually expect to do that, but it's just kind of like a goal. You're undergated, which is appreciated, but also one of the more annoying things of real grades is that you'll just have just kind of this like random undergates, and you have to double check for that. Oh, RE0 got me to, I know this is like an hour ago maybe, but RE0, what I was talking about, got me to actually get started on the baddie tier list. Because I was watching the first episode of RE0 and Elsa walks in and I'm like, that's a baddie. Ooh. So I've actually been asking other VTubers and whatnot if they have any suggestions, if they have any recommendations. I think I've said this, but I don't think I've said the fact that it was RE0 that got me to actually get into it. I've only said last stream that I have actually started the process. Ooh. And I need to ask, I'm kind of terrified to ask, but at the same time, like, I feel I should ask Aerie. I'm just terrified to ask because, like, she might, I don't know. She'll either have nothing or, because, you know, like, she might be like, well, no, I could give you some demented men, but not demented women. Or she's gonna have some of the most, like, crazy characters in all of fiction. I don't really think there's gonna be an in-between. Ooh. I also I need to start inviting people for the watch-alongs just to see if people are interested. Because technically, I've said this before, that all watch-alongs, almost all watch-alongs, are open invitations. Ooh. But I need to start actively inviting people. But then I need to talk to people, which is lame. Ooh. Ooh. Probably gonna go with a wide net method. What's our next watch along? Is it Prince of Egypt? No, I think yeah. I don't. Yeah, that might be just like I might just ask everyone if that's the case. I can't think of anyone who like I could think of wouldn't want to watch Prince of Egypt, so that's definitely gonna be a wide net one. What a silly way to play Stars and Stripes Forever. Also, I didn't know that. I've been listening to this for technically, what, 2 hours now? I've been listening to this for like an hour and 50 minutes. And I'm getting surprised at the songs that are on it. Because I just haven't really been like listening to them. Is this on a xylophone? What am I listening to right now? I like it. This is a little weird. Okay, you're good. I like undergating because it's cleaner, but one thing that annoys me is that you have to like double cut the piece. You have to double cut the gate. I'm also annoyed that Twitch is still refreshing. Stop refreshing, Twitch. Like, of course, the one time I'm on top of like actually like checking the corner of my eye and seeing movement in it for Twitch is the one time that it's just like refreshed, refreshed, refreshed. Thank you. Stop it. Like insult to injury. What if I need to do a little bit of surgery off camera? Though I cut off the gate, annoyingly, it didn't come off. I need to double check this one as well. Okay. Like, the fragment just stuck on it for somehow. I think we're just gonna finish up the legs and then be done for the day. Let's get them Vernairs on. G? Yes. G is almost empty. It's bittersweet because it means that it's really easy to find, chat, but it also means we won't be using it for very much longer, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's very efficient, but at the same time, we won't be able to like go like, ah, yes, I know what one that is, because we won't be using it. We have 4 Vernairs left on it. Which I can't, unless they're gonna be used on the leg. I don't see them coming up until. If I was a gunpla, where would I have? What's the Vernairs on the backpack look like? Does he have 2 or 4? I can't remember. But I'd even sorry, something fell off. I'd even share the fact that like I got a little Zaku for the desk, who looks like he is perpetually terrified because he realizes he's in a Zaku. Actually, speaking of Zakus, I like how in G-Cux they kept the whole fact that like that Zakus are walking IEDs alive by literally using Zakus as IEDs in G-Cux. I really appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. They're like, we need to have bombs. Okay, we took the limbs off of we took the arms and legs off of these Zakus. They're bombs now. God bless you. God bless you, Gundam. the meme of just like, it's a walking IED. Will never die, because it can't die, because it's the truth. And you can't kill the truth, chat. So, Jay? I also like that in Unicorn, how they have to stop anyone who's like piloting a Zaku too. Like you can disarm it, but then if they decide to like destroy their own power core, they can just, just explode in radiation, and that's not good. So they have to constantly in like Gundam Unicorn during a big battle stop the Zaku 2s from blowing themselves up, which is such a funny thing. It's just so silly. It's like, because I remember watching that before I understood that Zakus were bombs, or watching a clip from it, and I was just like, I've talked about this before, but this is like the sniper Zaku sticking his gun into his own gun, into his like own Zaku, and he's going to like pull the trigger to cause it to overheat, which will then like destroy the core and make him explode. But they cut off his limbs before he can do it. Like they cut off the Zaku's limbs before he can do it. And I just remember watching that going like, wow, they must really hate that guy if they're like, no, you don't get to end yourself. It's like, that's just so petty. He's just gonna end himself. It's like, yeah, but he's also gonna explode in like a nuclear, but he's gonna cause like a mini nuclear explosion. Oh, why would you design them like that? It's like, well, I mean, they were like the first ones they had. Ooh. Thing is, do Zaku 1s explode like that? I don't know if Zaku... It would be hilarious if it's just Zaku 2s that do that, because that would just be so silly. They figured it out for the Zaku 1, forgot how to do it in the Zaku 2, then they fixed it for everything else. Everything else still explodes, but it explodes, like, in the fact that, like, it just got cut in half with a beam saber. Not in the fact that, like, oh, hey, that's irradiating everything now. It's a fine but important difference, chat. Let's see here. We have to reset the music again. I do want to finish these legs. I do want to reset these legs. Real bad. I might have messed up there a little. It's fine. Wait. Oh, that's a K piece. I was wondering why I couldn't see it. Forget which one of you is K. You're K. I see K. I see K. That sounds like something. I see K something. I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna start putting these pieces on. I wanted to finish by 2, but I want to finish the leg a little more than that. By 2 hours, not 2 o'clock. I don't think that's an important. That doesn't really matter. But I just. I'm splitting hairs like I'm splitting gunpla pieces. Okay. Luckily, these are interchangeable pieces, so it doesn't matter which one goes where. Just have to line it up. Oh, there's some area that I could have done some panel lining here, so we could go back and do panel lining. Usually the panel lining is so integrated into like each individual piece that literally as you build it, kind of naturally panel lined. There we go. Ah, there we go. Sorry, the piece, I was looking closely at the leg and realized it wasn't quite snapping in correctly. See here, these are different pieces, and gonna be this one is going on the right leg. There we go. Yeah. Why are you being so difficult with me right now, piece? Like, it's on there tight, but it almost makes me less secure. Like, because if I messed up, then I messed up. So, K6. Okay. And then... Actually, I meant to talk... we'll talk about more about G-Cucks tomorrow. I can, like, review my notes and whatnot. G-Cucks is pretty good. We only talked, like, a little bit about the beginning. We didn't talk about how, like, literally the first several minutes is made in fantastic homage to the original series. Like, shot for shot. The opening of G-Cucks is a recreation of the opening of Gundam. It's actually, like, really well done. G-Cucks! It's G-Cucks, man. It's so good. I still find it fun. One of my favorite things in all of Gundam is them just saying something and it just, in English, it's just like in Japanese, it's just like, you know, it's just like, oh yeah, it's just like some gibberish, or it doesn't really make sense. It's just supposed to sound cool in Japanese because it sounds different. But Gundam has such a great history of it just sounding absolutely terrible in English. Like in Witch from Mercury, you had the Gund vulva. My god, that sounds like two slurs mixed into one mech. That is a hell of a thing. The Gundam vulva. Oh my god. How, like, up until, I think, Char's Counterattack, everything's called, like, a Psycho Frame instead of a Psykamu. I think it's in Char's Counterattack, it's called a Psykamu. But up until that point, it's just, like, Psycho Frame, Psycho Frame, Psycho Frame, and then they realized, oh, shit, Psycho. Psycho has a meaning. so it just becomes Psykamu. For, like, psychic communication. I just love shit like that in Gundam, and just G-Cuck keeping it alive, chat. Wait, hating G-Cuck because of fan service? What fan service? What, like, if we're talking about G-Cuck, like, or if you're talking about anime in general, yeah, that's stupid. That's just what they do. But, like, G-Cuck specifically is, like, what? Like, they had low-key yaoi bait, which is good, because you're supposed to have low-key yaoi bait if you have anything involving Gundam, let's be honest. For G-Cucks, the only like, the fan service is low-key yaoi bait in the form of, like, Char having, you know, a secluded wine tasting with the bowl. You know, that's just Gundam. That's just, but like, what the only other is, like, the Yuri baiting, and, like, the Yuri baiting is, oh hey, there's one scene where a character falls into the arms of another character, and they do, like, kind of like a starry background because it's Yuri baiting. That's it. That's the fan service. It is. Anyone complaining about the fan service of that, Did I like go back a page? Oh no, it's the other leg. I was looking over here and I thought, like, I had turned the page backwards. But that is profoundly dumb. It's not even like it's the first half of it is done in the original Gundam art style, so there's no fan service in the fact that there's no, like, girls with titties or anything, you know? It's not like, it's not Gundam 00 or Gundam Seed or anything like that. And the second half, or, like, the series proper, panty shots. I don't know if there's any panty shots. There might be, like, one panty shot or something. I don't know. Like, there's a... Ooh. A character wears a skirt, but, like, in the other... But it's, like, fucking Pokemon art style. Like, literally the artist is from Pokemon. Now, they did a good job at kind of hitting a mix between, you know, like, what you think with Pokemon, which is what they're most famous for, but also, like, the kind of Universal Century art style. They actually do a good, like, in-between of that. So, but, like, again, not really an art style you think of, like, oh, hey, fan service. Like, you have to be looking for a reason to complain. You have to be incredibly petty. Because, again, the real fan service that was happening was, again, Yuri baiting and Yaoi baiting, because it's Gundam. And because it's Gundam, the Yuri baiting was like, ah, look, Yuri baiting. And the Yaoi baiting was like, yeah, it's here. You know we're doing, like, we know what we're doing, but we're not going to draw attention to it. I'm surprised that they would lie about that. I'm surprised they didn't, like, make something stupid up, but, like, I mean, they did make something stupid up, but I'm just... Fan service. Where the first 20 minutes of a 100-minute, because it's, like, the first, like, 2 or 3 episodes, but it's also, like, the prologue of the beginning, which the beginning is, like, a 21-minute episode itself. And then the G-Cucks itself is, like, 80 minutes. But it's like, the whole thing, like, ooh, it's just so weird. Like, the first 20 minutes is literally, again, classic Gundam, created very faithfully to the original art style. Some changes are made, but, like, overall, pretty damn good. I mean, of course, you have, like, like, when I say original art style, like, I know the Zakus and shit are different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that, like, aesthetically speaking, things are, like, the lighting, like, how things are shot, really well done. Really, like, made in great homage to the original series. Ooh. I think different people directed and, like, wrote that than, like, the people making... I don't know if different people did, but I think I heard that different people did the beginning than are doing the series proper. But they gave a lot of extra focus. It's really nice. And... one minute. I think I just accidentally got the pieces right. I did. I wasn't paying attention. That's like the first time that's happened in a while, where I wasn't paying attention and I actually just did the right thing by accident. Ooh. Sometimes it just all works out. Yeah. I'm gonna be in disbelief for a while, though, that anyone would lie about that. There's a bit of a baddie in the show, though. Like, there's this kind of... Ooh. Maybe I should include her on the baddie tier list, but I don't know anything about her. She doesn't have a lot of scenes, but there is a bit of a baddie in the Gundam GQ, like the tribal battle or whatever it is called. Like the leader of the group, though, that has... The leader of the group that's, like, you know, doing effectively, you know, pit fights with mecha. She's a bit of a baddie. I would like a animated, like, the thing is, though, like, if you did the animation, they'd have to also do, like, voice lines and whatnot, but then that would get into such muddy water, and then it's just like, do I want them to touch the original story? And it's like, they've done okay in, like, small part in touching, like, updating the original, like, stuff, like, with the Dozel's Island and shit like that, but it's just a question of, like, do I trust anyone decades after the fact to go back and, like, update their work to that degree? And, you know, chat, you gotta remember, I'm a Star Wars fan. I've been burned. Okay? I got that PTSD. You gotta understand. I'm sitting here just like, in theory, yes. In practice, I don't see that turning out too well. I have seen the dark places this can go. Ooh. Oh god. Though by today's standard, Jesus Christ, who would think that George Lucas's reworks of the original trilogy would be considered elementary and not so bad compared to the absolute shenanigans that are gotten up to by studios today? That's kind of insane if you think about it. Okay. I was looking for a white piece. Do you think that, considering this is a really dark piece, that the F pieces would, you know, not be the same shade of gray? You'd be wrong, chat. Don't be stupid. You think that the instructions would make sense in that way? No. Everything is the same shade of gray, so you can't use any, like, indication. You can't use tone indication or color indication. No. Screw you. Okay. Suffer. Suffer. Okay. We are cooking. Actually, I have something terrible to admit, chat. I was too busy watching RE0 last night with a friend to do my daily practice of drawing. That's so I have to double up on my practice tonight. Oh my god. I have to make an admittance there. That's why I didn't post anything today. Because it's just like, oh shit. Because it's just like, it's like the middle of the night and I was like, oh, I think I'll be getting to bed. And then they're just like, you've been watching without me? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh my god. we need to watch, you know, episode whatever, and I'm just like, when? And they're like, right now, and I'm like, sure. I really like watching things with people. Ooh. So one of the easiest ways to get me off track or to like make me do something that I really shouldn't be doing is just be like, is just invite me to watch something if you're a friend of mine. Because I will just be like, yes. Ooh. It's kind of funny though how much like they were geeking out over it all as we were watching, as I said earlier. But I couldn't really call them out on it because I was like, if we were watching something that I loved, I'd be doing the same thing in all honesty. If we were watching Columbo, I would literally be going like, okay, you see what's about to happen here is this dude thinks he got away with it. He's about to realize he didn't get away with shit. Just wait for it. Wait for the moment when the guy realizes, ah, I'm a dummy. One of the greatest moments in like in all of television is the moments in Columbo when the guy realizes, oh shit, this guy's not a dope. This Columbo character is actually really keen and intelligent, and I have just been talking really freely around him and letting a bunch of things slip because I thought he was just a hapless detective. But he's actually on to me. That's like one of my favorite moments in all of like Columbo episodes is the moment where the guy goes, okay, I need to start being defensive because I have let way too much information slip already. And Columbo's just standing there, it's like, by the way, I got a question for you. You said this earlier, which isn't compatible with this other thing you said, and it's just like, it's just so basic, like how Columbo catches people, but it's always so damn satisfying. I would talk about one of my favorite gotchas, but I always end up talking about it. So if you haven't already seen it, one of my favorite gotchas in all of Columbo, I have a video on it. Well, anyone who's a long-term viewer has probably already seen it, but I have a video on it where it's just the video that it's this VTuber talks about Columbo is just one of my favorite gotchas in all of Columbo. Where the guy never figures out that Columbo is smarter than he looks. And it makes one of the most satisfying gotchas in the entire series because of it. Guy does absolute doofus. But I'd be losing my mind, chat, if I was watching something that I truly loved with that person. I would just be like, okay, hold up. I'd be shouting peak. I'd be shouting all sorts of things whenever I was getting my emotional satisfaction. That's also why I can't call them out for, you know, they're really effed up, like, for them, like, looking at characters like Regulus and stuff and going like, Regulus is peak. You might be like, why can't you call him out for that? Chat, I saw Elsa and immediately was like, she's good. And then when I found out she was a psychopathic murderer, I was like, she's perfect. I can't call somebody out for liking Regulus when literally a character is revealed to be called the Bowel Hunter, and I'm like, this is what I need. I can't call somebody out for that. Oh god, glass houses, chat. This is not possible. Okay, so these ones should... Actually, all these parts are interchangeable, so it should be fine, but... I'm still gonna be careful. I'm looking at this, and I'm not understanding it at all. Hey! Why is my model broken? Stop that! Oh god, the way I have to fix that is so stupid. Because how I have to fix that, chat, is the quickest way to fix it is just ah, I didn't mean to do that. Is just do this. Just go eh. Just do a little fairy flick at the camera. Just eh. Stop it. So half the time when I'm resetting my camera, I'm either going like that in front of it, I'm either waving at it, or I'm literally going eh. I'm flicking my wrist at him. Eh. Stop it. I am losing my mind figuring this out right now. There we go. So I couldn't get the angle right, but I think I figured it out. Yeah, I did. I'm so smart, chat. I know you're proud of me. You don't need to say anything. Oop. Wait, what? Oh, a region test. Okay. Okay, and I read that and I was like, I read that as Reagan and I was like, that's not how I spell Reagan either. Oh, okay. Ooh. But a region test for Gundam Extreme Versus. Okay. God, I hope it fucking go. I hope it goes well because I'd like a lot of things to be, you know. I'd love to, you know, not to have to use, was it emulators to play classic Gundam games in general. But this is also Bandai, which is a Japanese company, and, you know, updating old products is just seemingly a foreign freaking concept over there or something. Or at least, I mean, at least for, like, Western audiences. Maybe they do it for their Eastern, maybe they do it for their home audience, but in the West, they're just like, I don't give a fuck about those Buckina Gaijin. What's that? They want to re-release of Mario, of like the classic Mario. We'll do a half-ass like re-release of like 64 and Mario Sunshine at the same time. Half cook both of them. Goddamn, why do you like that, Nintendo? Ooh. But I hope it's successful. Ooh. And I think that's the whole leg, and listen, I'm not surprised what just happened. I am annoyed, though. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. But, when I bent the leg, so, like, this is what's supposed to happen, right? It's supposed to shift, and you're supposed to be able to do this, right? Get all that separation, but this one, it didn't shift properly, so it came undone, and we're gonna now have to do a little bit of surgery. Ooh. Okay, this is so, I hate it. I hate this so much. The piston came out and I don't know what to do, chat. Oh, this is... Come on. Come on. No. No. Oh my god. You can't force it because it's gonna break. Okay. This... It was a blast. Oh my goodness. It's good to hear. I think I know which one Gundam Versus is, but... No! 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 Oh, the humanity! This is... Like, this is literally not supposed to be able to happen. Okay. I was able to get it back on, but... Like, it didn't do this little mechanical thing right here. I don't know if you can really see it, but you see how, like, it does this? It didn't part separate properly, so it just pulled out. It didn't break, But what happened is it just pulled the peg out. It's not even supposed to be able to do that. As you can see, like, it's not even supposed to go back that far. Like, it's not designed to go back far enough for what I did to happen. But that's why you're supposed to do what I just did to get the joints all working. And what happened is this sliding joint wasn't working. That's why in a real grade kit, when it tells you bend the freaking joints to do all the... I did it again. To get everything moving. Okay. So what we learned is the left leg might be a little persnickety. Let's see if yeah. It's a left leg issue. I'm not quite sure why the left leg is doing this, but it just happened again. Now that I know how to fix it, though, it's actually really easy to fix. You just have to, once it comes out, you just have to align it. You're going to have to use this to align it. But you need to align it, and then there we go. And as you're kind of pushing it back in, you need to push it down at the same time. But yeah, for some reason, this joint isn't coming out all the time. And when it's not coming out, it's pulling it out, is the issue. No break. No break. Just a little bit of something to be cautious about. And I think that's the stream as well. Yeah, the feet are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. But we haven't built a lot. We only built the legs. So this is definitely going to be a 3-parter. Which is fine, because that means I don't have to plan for what we're doing on anniversary. We're finishing it for anniversary. This is going to be kind of awkward, because that means it's going to be our last build of the year, quote unquote, is going to be our first build of the year. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I think it's just my luck, if anything. Ooh. It's like how some Leos, you know, the hip joint is fine, while with other Leos, not so much. Let's get our pieces set up. I guess we'll do it like this. But already feels pretty big. Can I have a Gundam, please? Can I have a Gundam, please? What's the fucking point? Sorry, I shouldn't have cursed, but I have a Gundam, chat, but the problem is it's the Nu-Gundam. I have the entry grade Nu-Gundam, which kind of defeats the whole thing that I want to be doing here, which is to just do a size comparison. And I don't want to show the the entry grade next to it until the end, so we're just gonna hold on to this guy. They're the same size. Ooh. Let me see if I can find a Gundam. I think it'd be easy to find a Gundam. I don't want to grab the Origin Gundam because that thing can suck because its backpack falls apart. You, give me your leg. What are you? I don't know what you are, but I'm taking your leg. You're the entry grade. Damn it. Okay, well, I traded one entry grade for another, but as a bit of a taste test of how big this is going. Now, mind you, the legs are like the biggest disproportionate part of the Nu-Gundam. So everything won't be like to this scale and how much bigger it is, but it does give you an idea of just how much bigger this guy is gonna be. But this is the entry grade leg, which is also why it's kind of a weird off-white. Yeah, I don't know, we don't have much else to say. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for joining us very much. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed doing it. Kind of more of a calmer stream. Talked about some RE0, talked about some stuff in general, had a good time. I hope you can join us same time for tomorrow's stream where we will be continuing him. Hopefully, I'm hoping we'll have the hip and chest done tomorrow. And maybe get started on the arms. But I think we're going to be doing the arms. Well, let's actually look through the guide real quick. I suspect we'll be doing the arms and head. Yeah, we'll be doing the arms and head probably on next Friday. But regardless of how we're going to be progressing through this, we're going to be finishing it over the next 2 weeks. And next week, of course, is the anniversary. Kind of just casual right now. Is the anniversary where we're going to be streaming Monday. We're going to be streaming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Being the anniversary marathon on Sunday, Oregon Trail on Monday. Tuesday will be Bolt Gun because we will be Bolt Gun DLC because we played that the first time during debut week. Then on Thursday we're going to be reading a visual novel. Friday we will be probably finishing this guy up next week, and then Saturday we'll be starting Red Dead Redemption. But this Saturday and this week we'll be continuing this guy tomorrow, as I said, and having a collab with the captain on Saturday. Don't know the time for that one, for the collab. But thank you for joining us. Whether you've been a lurker or a live chatter, whether you have caught us live or in the VOD, you're loved and appreciated. Let me look for a place to send you guys before I do anything else. And it got filtered again. I'm not getting chats. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Another chat got filtered by Twitch on my end. Hold up. Let me reset it. Maybe I'll see your comment then. It was a fucking bot anyways. It was a bot anyway, so it didn't matter. Okay, let me look for a place to send you guys off to. Pretty late. Not quite as late as sometimes we go. Let me move the mic to a place that's a little not behind me. So... that is too many tabs to have open, Merrick. Okay. We need to find somewhere to send you guys off to. I don't know. It's Sekigame for YouTube. I don't think I've ever linked out to him before. And for Twitch, there's somebody who I collabed with recently. Who I collabed with the Project Unknown stream. And with all that done, and with Star Spangled Banner done, let's fucking queue up Star Spangled Banner to sign us off. Remember, chat, have a great day, a wonderful life, and don't lose your head. This has been Merrick Vespa signing off from me to you. Of course there's loading issues right at the end. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The stream's over. It doesn't matter. See? It's over. We're done. Okay. I saw if there were loading issues at the very end, though. And remember, anyone who is still here, that you can click on the link to the Discord, read the rules, and go to whatever chat you like. I don't. I was about to say I don't care. I don't care, but you know, whatever chat you find best for you is the one you find best for you. I hate how sweaty my hands get from the gloves. Yeah.